going to work on hips. So what I'm going to ask you to do first is to get some heavier weights. So it can, if you don't have weights at home, it can be something that you have, but we want to get something of them so then you can add some pressure onto your knees. So you need to be sitting against a wall. Sitting against the wall. I'm going to put my feet together. All right, and we're going to use the weights to push our knees down. Now it can be anything you've got at home. All right, so now sit here as long as you can. We're going to use the weights to push my knees down, and gravity will just hold. So you could do just this exercise alone as one exercise, and you can hold it for a minute or so, and then from then on I want you, so you could hold it for 30 seconds, you could hold it for a minute, and then we want to start pulsing up because we've got to strengthen the hip flexor muscles. Okay, so we've got to pulse up, hold, come back down, pulse up. So we're using the muscles in here to pull that weight up. Okay. Okay, so again, you could pulse up for 30 seconds. Don't do it fast, slow and controlled, and then hold it back again. All right, and then hold it back down again. And you'll be so amazed that with, in time, I've got a reasonable amount of flexibility in my hips. So, but in time, how flexible they really can become. Okay, so from here, we are going to use a chair. So you're going to use a chair, and so I've got my bench here. And again, everything's unique to your body. So you just have to work this out for how you're feeling and where you're at, because we're all different. So we're going to use, so this is my chair. I'm going to put one leg up onto the chair and I'm going to step forward. So I'm kind of doing this like deep, like lunge here into it, and I'm aiming to stretch through here. But then what I want you to do is I want you to move your back foot in all different directions. So imagine we've got a bit of a clock behind us and we're going to move around the clock. So from here, you might move back this way and then stretch again. And then move a bit further. So this is staying, but I'm just moving this hip because remember the hip is a ball and socket. So it's got to get, so we want to kind of move around and get the hip used to moving in different directions. So I would move one way and hold, and then in between, I want you to come back and do a little hamstring stretch. Okay, the little hamstring stretch, because we're balancing it out. So do this, and then you can come back into that. All right, so just try different angles, try both legs and see what feels good. All right, just gauge it for you, see what feels really, really good for you there. All right, next we are going to, I want you to use your couch at home. So I'm going to use this as my couch, okay? But you use your couch at home, it's called a couch stretch. And really, if you can hold this for a minute every day, twice a day or however often we can do it. I'm going to put my leg up. Okay, so your leg is on the couch, up this way. All right, this bench is just a bit too high for my leg. And then we're coming here. So you're going to make sure your hips are tucked in. Okay, so hip is tucked in. If you feel any pressure on your knee, put some towels underneath your knee to protect it. So from here, you're going to feel it all the way through your hip flexor. I'm going to lift this arm up, okay, and we're going to come up and down. Slow and controlled, shoulders back. So we're going to make sure shoulders and hip are all lined up and down. Okay, so I want you to hold that for a minute if you can on each side, even hold it for 2 minutes and see. So obviously you would have your foot, oh maybe I can do it, oh, there you go. So I want you to have your foot up on your couch like this, All right, have those hips tucked in. Maybe just holding it is enough, okay? All through here, we want to hold it for at least a minute. The more regularly you do this, you're gonna notice a massive difference in a month's time. Really excited to see it wherever it goes. Okay, so a minute or so on each side, doing this off your couch or a chair. The next thing we want to do is we're just gonna, again, after you've done that, I would open your hips up. They've you know, we want them to kind of move in all directions. So then you're going to come to, so you can use the back of a chair, your kitchen, dining table, any of those things to get into this. We do these often in class, but it is really important. So I want you to get this leg up and then have it out to the side. And then from here, we're going to hinge forward. Okay. You're going to feel it stretching all around the outside here. And we just want to keep hinging forward. The goal would be to get your head to your ankles. And we want to hold this for at least 30 seconds, if not longer. All right. And again, you want to do it on both sides. That's going to really stretch all around here. The other way you can go is we can come forward. All right. And you can do that too. The last one, because as much as we want to stretch out the hip flexors, we want to strengthen them too. So the last one I want you to work on is 90-90. So we want to be sitting nice and straight. Our legs are at 90-degree angle. So from here, I want you to be able to lift your leg up, okay, and kick back. Now when I started this, I'm still working on it, so I'm definitely not perfect, but I started with my elbow on the ground. So I need to start with my elbow on the ground and I kicked my leg back. And we've got to work on, when you're kicking back, that you've got to think you've got a wall and you're pushing against that wall. So we're really, really pushing against that wall. So I started off here, so you might need to start off here. I then came up. See, I'm still leaning, so we want to straighten yourself up. So the more that we can do this, I'm holding my tongue out. The more that you can do this and work on strengthening that hip flexor muscle, your hips are going to become better and not so tight because they'll be working how they should be. All right, so yeah, so straighten up if we can, kick back. All right, and then I'm getting to the stage where I don't need to hold on, but I've still got to work on straightening myself up. Okay, so we want to be able to do this on each side. Harder on that side. Okay, so remember, don't just try to start off not holding on. Get down on the ground and really focus on, and when we kick back, think about you're pushing against the wall. So you could try 30 seconds to a minute or 10 on each side, 10 kickbacks, and really see how you improve on that. All right, good luck guys.